Everyone thinks portable ACs are loud energy hogs that barely move the needle, but here is the thing. The Whynter ARC-122DS Portable AC flips that script because the dual-hose design actually prevents your room from sucking in hot outside air. Most 12,000 BTU units get crushed by real-world heat. This one, it held its ground in my testing, even with a modest 7,000 BTU SACC rating. I ran it for 10 days through a 93-degree heatwave, tracked temps and humidity with a hygrometer, monitored watts, and measured noise at 6 feet. The results surprised me, and not just a little. It changed how I think about portable cooling. Before we dive into what I discovered, quick heads up. If you are already leaning in and want the best current price, I put a link below. But stick around because the biggest advantage of this Whynter shows up in the tests you do not see in product photos. I needed this because my home office is basically a greenhouse by 3 p.m. and my bedroom turns into a sauna by midnight. I have tried single-hose portables before. You know the story. They roar, they drip, they churn the air but never quite get you comfortable. I had one highly rated unit that made everything worse by pulling in hot hallway air under the door. It was maddening. I went into the Whynter ARC-122DS with skepticism. Sure, it has got credentials, best overall portable air conditioner of 2024 from USA Today's reviewed, 12,000 BTU 7,000 SAC, dual hose up to 400 SQ/FT, 47 dBA on low, dehumidifies up to 82 pints per day. But marketing has burned me before. My bar was simple. Cool my 350-400 SQ/FT living room to mid-70s on a hot afternoon, keep the bedroom quiet enough to sleep, and actually drop humidity. If it missed any of those, it was out. Test 1, bedroom overnight. Starting temp 83 F, humidity 62%, door closed. I set the thermostat to 73 and low fan. Within 45 minutes, the room hit 73 and humidity dropped to 54%. 2 hours later, humidity stabilized around 48%. Noise at 6 feet on low measured in the high 40s dBA, roughly what Whynter claims, and low enough that a box fan would actually be louder. Sleepable? Yes. But then I bumped the fan to medium during a 90-degree night and it climbed to the mid-50s dBA, still okay, but light sleepers should keep it on low. Test 2, living room, 380 SQ/FT, south-facing, 92 F outside, starting at 85 F inside. Dual hose setup in a slider window using the included 2056-inch window kit and foam. The panel is functional, but you need to seal the gaps carefully. Tape or extra foam helps. After 90 minutes, the room dropped to 76 F and kept creeping to 74 F with the door closed. Here is where dual hose matters. No negative pressure, so it did not pull hot air from other rooms. My old single hose unit could never do that, but then the catch. At high fan speed to fight afternoon sun, noise edged closer to 60 dBA, which is noticeable during calls. I used medium with a directional desk fan to spread the cool air, and it held 75-76 pretty comfortably. Test 3, humidity control. The Whynter claims up to 82 pints day. On a sticky day with indoor humidity around 68%, the dehumidify mode dropped it to 50% in about 3 hours in a 200 SQ/FT space. In cooling mode, most moisture exhausted out the hose, but during extended runs in muggy conditions, you may need to drain. There are ports for that. If your space is very humid, plan for a continuous drain setup to avoid pausing. Test 4, power and airflow. Whynter lists max power at 1200 W and 194 CFM airflow. In real use, it's cycled between roughly mid to high power depending on room load. Fan-only mode sips power, great for overnight circulation. Thermostat accuracy was decent, set at 73. I read 73-75 at room center, door closed, but then a limitation. With open floor plans beyond 400 SQ/FT or spaces with poor ceiling, expect slower pull-down and a ceiling around mid to high 70s during peak heat. The hoses max out at about 60 inches and they radiate some heat, so keep them as short and straight as possible. Here is where it gets interesting. The most surprising discovery was consistency. The ARC-122DS did not just blast cold, it maintained comfort without playing tug-of-war with the rest of the house. That is the dual hose advantage. Over 10 days of testing, it beat 2 single-hose 12K BTU units I tried last summer in the same rooms. Despite the SACC being 7,000 BTU, it cooled faster in practice because it is not fighting negative pressure. And at 47 dBA on low, it is legitimately bedroom-friendly. The air quality upgrades helped too. The washable pre-filter caught plenty of dust, and the included activated carbon filter cut cooking and pet odors after a couple of hours. Build feels solid, it rolls easily on casters, and the sleek gray look blends in more than most. Is it perfect? No. The window kit needs extra sealing for best results. The hoses are bulky and short, and if you have a casement window, you will need an alternate panel or plexiglass. On scorching 95+ days in a big open living dining combo, it holds comfort but does not perform miracles. Still, for its price point, I have seen it around $359.20 and a 4.1 average rating on Amazon. The value-performance ratio is strong. Recognized by USA Today's reviewed as best overall in 2024, and after my own sweat test, I get why. Now that you know the dual hose consistency is the secret sauce, you will want to grab it before summer price spikes or stock dips hit. Link is in the description for the best current price. Measure your window 20-56 inches, plan your seal, and you will be set. Bottom line, the Whynter ARC-122DS Portable AC earns a recommend. If you need a quieter bedroom unit, a reliable 300-400 SQ-FT living room cooler, or you are sick of single hose units backfilling heat, this is a smart buy. If you have a huge open space, odd windows without a plan to seal, or you demand whisper quiet on high, look elsewhere. For most renters and home office warriors, this hits the sweet spot. You do not need bigger BTUs, you need smarter hoses.